Little buddy, what's bugging ya?
Nothing.
Did you not get enough sleep?
No.
You got the date for Halloween wrong, so you trick-or-treated and scared the neighbors again?
No.
You dressed Evan Dubnyk in your fantasy pool, didn't you?
I thought the Oilers were due, okay?
What? You serious?
Mind blown. We need ideas.
I'm dumb.
Silly hard.
We get to the game, please. Leafs win 6-5 in overtime over the Edmonton Oilers. Remember I was like, man, the Preds are boring. The Oilers are the anti-Preds. And it ain't good hockey, but damn it, it's fun to watch. You know, not every Canadian team is good, but they're all exciting. The Sens have one of the deadliest duos in the NHL with Jason Spezza and Bobby Ryan, and on any given night, you don't know what Craig Anderson or Robin Lehner are gonna do, like stop 47 shots. With the Canucks, you'll either see an amazing goal from the Sedin twins, doesn't matter which one of them scores, or Dan Hamhuis scoring on his own net. The Montreal Canadiens, they're just crazy. The Flames are a tire fire on paper, but damn it, they try. The Jets are exciting because there's always tons of goals. Usually against them because they're the Jets. The Leafs. When is there ever a dull moment with the Leafs? And the Oilers are like a bank robber who picked up a gun and went, what am I forgetting? And put his hand on a bulletproof vest that was just sitting on the counter and tossed it aside to pick up another gun. Defense? What do you think this is, the 90s? The Edmonton Oilers lost again this evening by a final score of 14-12. The Oilers are what I call a Barbie team. All top, no bottom. And I know they got all that superstar young talent up front, but until they get some of that J-Lo, they're gonna keep missing the playoffs. And knowing how bad the Oilers are at defense, and knowing how bad the Leafs are at defense, but Jonathan Bernier and James Reimer kind of cover it up, you could probably bet on the plus heading into this game. Which I should have and didn't. But I tweeted it and that counts for something. Prize money for my face. Oh, by the way, can you tell that I'm shooting this after getting home from work and it's 5:27 a.m. Hence the analysis. You know what the Oilers could use? J-Lo. Anyway, the game. I want to make this one of the questions of the game. What should the score of that game have been? How many of the goals that the Leafs scored or the Oilers scored would usually be stopped? Because the Oilers, for as inept as they are at one end of the ice, just find a way to score at the other, and I don't know if it's because they're just that talented or because they find a way to suck the other team down to their level. They did a good job of creating turnovers, especially on the first goal. Morgan Rielly did not look good there. Morgan Rielly may be his worst game as a Leaf, I'm gonna say. Kadri 6 snipe, JVR looking great, Lupul, oh, Joffrey Lupul is supposed to slow down at some point. His shooting percentage is too high, he's got a crazy points per game, and yet he doesn't slow down. And it's such a vicious cycle with him because he scores these big goals which get him a big contract, which he needs to pay child support because those goals keep getting me preggers. So because of that, he goes out and scores more goals to get an even bigger contract, and Joffrey, it's Dangs. Look, we need to talk. Calls me Dangs. And what's amazing, lost in all the offense, 11 goals, 8 different goal scores. The biggest play of the game was a save by a gentleman named Jonathan. He robs Arcabello right on the goal line with the glove thing. And even though this was far and away Bernier's worst game as a Toronto Maple Leaf so far, he managed to be the hero. That was the turning point. I tweeted about this and Jeff Merrick from Sportsnet put it best probably. I go, wow, he let in 5 goals and yet he was the reason that his team won, and Jeff Merrick tweets, Grant Fuhr. Ironically, Fuhr is a former Oilers goalie on a team that also played fire wagon hockey. But that paved the way for Lupul getting me preggers again, and then overtime. So Franzen punches Nugent Hopkins in the back, but we don't worry about that. 3-on-1. And with just Anton Belov back for the Oilers and Mason Raymond, Cody Franzen, and Dave Bolin closing in on him, I am not in the KHL anymore. And Dave Bolin, that beautiful Jesse Pinkman lookalike of a man, scores the overtime winner. During the celebration, you could actually hear him scream, "Yeah, bitch, magnets!" Say, you know what concerns neighbors? Screaming, "Yeah, bitch, magnets" at 5:30 in the morning. Anyway, I hate to be a party pooper, but should that Franzen thing on Nugent Hopkins have been a penalty? I say, come on, it's overtime. It's a love punch. I really gotta watch what I say. I'm going to see the Leafs play in Edmonton on October 29th, where I will hopefully see Nail Yakupov play, and by the way, he got scratched. What up with that? Now, I like Dallas Eakins. I wish the Leafs were able to keep him in the organization. I think he's gonna end up being a very good coach for the Edmonton Oilers, but benching Yak is whack, yo. Admittedly, I just wanted to say that for the rhyme. Question for Oilers fans, and then I'll end my caffeine-induced psychosis right here. what would it take to make Toronto Yak City? And by that, I mean, what would you want in a Yakupov trade? Because Dallas Eakins is a good coach, but not a miracle worker. You need a goalie, and some defense, and some not forwards. And with all that now having been said, it is now 5:45 in the morning, so I think I'm going to cut it off here. How about you like this video? How about you subscribe to my YouTube channel? How about you go on iTunes and look up the Steve Dangle Podcast and subscribe to that, or go on SoundCloud.com and do the exact same thing, except it's not iTunes. And I love you. Peace. Leafs are 5-1. What?